Hello, and welcome. Name's Derek. I sell physical media on eBay. I make videos about that stuff. This is a What's Sold video. Stop the music. So it's 8:45. 10 sales. 347 product cost, purchase price, subtotal, whatever you want to call it. 365 total. Pretty good book that I got. It'll be 2 years. I want to say right about now. I got a bunch of like clock and watch and small pieces, parts books at the Habitat for Humanity up here in Eastlake a couple years ago. A handful of them, actually, right when I started YouTube. I was moving some stuff around. I was like, oh man, there's a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch, a little stack like that of clock books, and I got them listed, and like half of them sold within a week. Like, oh, I'm glad I got those listed. But the one I have is not a clock or watch book, but it's an interesting book all the same. It's the zinger for the day. I'll get to that. But first, find out what's old. Well, this stuff. The first stuff. All right, C33. It's right here. We have Queen of the Damned. I don't find them a whole lot. They are out there, and they sell fairly well. Queen of the Damned soundtrack. Wouldn't think it. $30. 30. That's a good one for just... I mean, to me, I would think that any CD that's pretty much $30 or more is going to be a good CD. A DVD, D7. Last Seduction. It's probably going to be over here. Last Seduction. DVD. Sealed. 15. C38. Michael Grimm. Let's see. Country Roots. Country Roots, take me home to the ground where I am grown, West Virginia. Soil mama, grow me grow. Country Roots. Michael Grimm. Glad you like my song. Country Roots. 28. So if you're new here, I round up or round down. So that was 28.32, so I said 28. And I can guess if I said 28.51, you could probably guess what I'd say. If they're in that 50 mark, 50, 51, it varies. I may round up or I may round down. C43, Rita Coolidge. See, there was more Crystal Gale. Rita Coolidge. No. Out of the Blues. You'd figure it'd be blue. It's close enough. Out of the Blue. 16. See, that's 1649, so I said 16. David Allen Coe, the one that I recently listed. And I believe that this specific one, there are only a few of them that had sold. Or a few that are, they don't come up a lot. I believe this one. David Allen Coe, right down here. So he's a local country. Well, doesn't sing in the local genre, but local to here. Kind of country rock type. Long hair country boy. It's a 2-disc set, 34 songs, $12. I mean, it's not a lot, but hey, I paid for it, got my money back, made some money. Get a pair of just the frames, actually. These are going to be in sun. All right, so these Oakley, I think like the a lens or something was cracked or whatever it was. So I just took them apart and just sold just these. These, $40, 40. C25. Land of Forever. Oh, it's right here. Well, at least the box. Land of Forever. Oh, all right. So I have two. I got these at the Goodwill on Lee Road when they were closing. I usually wouldn't buy stuff like this, but $12. Have a tape, a book, and a book. So I go to the back of it. All right. Made it back. It's Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska. It's another one of those common enough names and cassettes that there's a lot of common stuff, Bruce Springsteen stuff. Oh well, look it up because I've never seen it before. $28. We have this winner book right here, 1902, The Diamonds of South Africa. So these have sold for roundabout. There's probably only 2 sales in Terapeak. One was probably closer to 200. The other one was probably closer to around this. And then this one. I've had it for 2 years. I mean, there will be a date stamp. Let's see if I can find. Oh, first picture. August 4th, 2024. So almost. Wow. So, diamonds. 143. I love diamonds. I don't love diamonds. I don't have any diamonds. But $143. I'm sitting. I was like, you know what? I put it down. I was like, you know what? I'm going to show some old pictures. So it looks like an explosion. So could you imagine being the photographer then? Oh, there was probably already a bit of an explosion going on. A second after firing is what the caption is for that. This is House of Parliament, Cape Town, Africa. Cape Town, Africa. Some more mining stuff, quarry. But this is a big book. Here's a cassette tape in its width. Right? So it's a bigger book. In this Saints' Lives, $24. So I showed it before in a video, I don't know, maybe a month ago, and I grabbed it thinking, something else, and it wasn't. And when I'm matching up what I have, I'm looking at the picture for the shipping label, and looking at the item picture, I'm like, oh, that's not it. So I go find the right thing and put the wrong thing back. But 24. So today-wise, yesterday. So I got an EQ a couple days ago, an equalizer, a TOC. It's right here, actually. And this little TOC 10-band equalizer. In mint condition, you might be able to get $150 for them. Some have sold through Terapeak for that. This one might reach 100 if I had to sell it. The guy had it to where the UV was hitting this section and kind of folded that little ribbon. As far as I know, it works. Paid $20. As for pieces wise, that'll finish that. So the other day, I jumped on Marketplace, which I haven't been on there for a while. First thing that comes up is that equalizer, $20 here in Menor. I was just talking to my wife a couple days ago that actually a couple times have talked about getting or needing an equalizer to kind of finish out the rack parts for what I've been building. Yeah, don't tell me your tablets and your phones and all that stuff. I mean, I haven't been on there for 4 or 5 months, and I've never ever looked for an equalizer ever. I never even went on there to even look for audio equipment, just CD or DVD lots. That's it. Yeah, and I don't have Facebook on my phone. So, well, I don't have the other phone here. None of this stuff has Facebook. I have Messenger on my main phone, but that's it. I don't have. So anyway, it listens to you. So got that EQ, and then I messaged him, went and got that. Didn't really think, and then I think about that. And when I came back and I opened the page, or the page was still open actually, I closed that ad out, and the next thing that I see is this lot of CDs, like about 100 CDs for $25. So I messaged him yesterday and went down to his place about 20 minutes from here, a couple towns over, 25 minutes maybe, out in Madison, and looked up some CDs and some DVDs. I didn't get any books. So there is a processing video that's going to go live, or it's going to publish by the time this one does. And so for the most part of that hour-long video, or whatever live, or what it is, I'm going over the big box of stuff. And I believe that was I posted something about that in my YouTube post. I did not take anything apart in that video. There was another live that I did spend 3 hours on taking stuff apart. But the stuff that is in that video that's worthy enough for me to continue to hand scan and go and so on and so forth and figure out what's good and what's not, I have to do that so that can at least be done, and I won't have those boxes in the way. And it's just processing stuff down. Probably 400 between CDs and DVDs and stuff that I went through, and there's maybe shy of 200 left that I have to process through. And that's how I like to do it if I'm going to get a big chunk. And get that and get the good stuff. Basically, I have to do what the thrift stores do, but I have to do it myself. Thrift stores will already vet that stuff. That's why I like going to thrift stores. It's already vetted. It's already been gone through. For the most part, you're going to get this. Some may need resurfaced, but the majority of what they get probably doesn't match the case. Probably a super scratch, whichever. They're only putting out a portion of what they get. That stuff has already been vetted. All I have to do is go there, and with my picking on how I do things and using my phone, get down there, go to another store, go to another one, go to another one. Per se, if you buy some of those big pallets, say you buy a big pallet box of 10,000 CDs, you might. No idea. If none of those were vetted and they were just straight up donations and the cases are about as flat as they could be and they're as neat as they could be, you might get 1,000 worthwhile. I'm not sure. All 10,000 could be $15 million each. I don't know. But when you take on that part to where you're the one who has to go through everything and really piece this, sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. But I got my money back out of it, even from some of the stuff that I have scanned. There is one that was like $50 already, and then there was another one that I was playing that's like $30. I paid $80, so I paid $80 for the media, and then the electronics for free. And then he's gonna message me either today or tomorrow. I said Friday. I'll stop by Friday, and give me some computers and some laptops and stuff. And I told him if the RAM and CPUs are in there, I could pay him a couple bucks a computer, because that stuff is $50-$60 a pound for those old CPUs and RAM and stuff. But it's an ounce. I mean, if you get 2 sticks of RAM and a CPU, it's an ounce. It might be an ounce and a half. Right? So you can't really pay people a whole. Right. But I'll at least be fair. Try to give them a few bucks. But going off on that, this right here, I mean, I will mention the micro scrapping, but these videos are not really about that. But welcome to my life and new hobby, I guess. All right, so that's going to wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. Learned about ways on how to get inventory. So if you go and you just buy something from someone's small lot, I'm going to say if somebody has a collection, they're probably more stringent about what the stuff is and is in there, and they probably have already vetted stuff, and they've got good. That's going to be a collection. Someone's just haul or a lot or bins or boxes of just some random or a big, however, buying a blind and buying stuff that you have to do all the vetting. It's a gamble just as much as it's a gamble as I get up and I can go drive an hour out and I can hit 4 stores and I get 2 things from those. That'll never happen. I get 2 things from those stores, but it's the gamble. But that's a lot of that work going into the unknown. Same thing as going to stores, but I don't have to spend all that time thinking about stuff if it has been vetted, and I'm not wasting my time eyeballing. So it's my brain doing that part and doing that thinking, and that's why I like going to the stores. Plus, there's a lot of stores around me. So if you're going to get inventory by the big chunk, expect to spend quite a bit more time than just looking at it and be like, oh, that'll sell. It's going to take a lot more time. It's more effort. Does it all pay off? Well, that's all on you. All right. Let me think of going up. Comment down below. Subscribe. Share. It's all free. To help me, help you, so we can help other people learn about selling physical media on eBay. Appreciate it. Thank you.